Alright, I'm going to teach you two tricks in one today that I've figured out. First trick. As you know, in any base you go in, there is this threat level, and it's various threats from the noise the community is making, different facilities built. But the main offender, and the one that causes all the problems, is the dang command center. For every person you have in your community, it bumps that number up. As you can see, I have 9 community members, so my command level is +9 for noise, which is ridiculous.
We've got an offer for you, if you'd like to hear it.
9 is the highest the game really likes you to get to. But I've noticed a couple of times in some of my videos and playthroughs, I've had 0 risk. And then I looked in here and the command center was completely gone. No negatives. So how do you do that? Well, there's really only one way to do it. You have to get above this 9 member limit. And not just 9, you got to go above 10. So you have to get the 11 or 12 survivors. Why? Because this system can't go past 10. So once it goes to 10 for community center, and then you get 11 and 12, it doesn't know how to add that number here. I don't know. Somebody at Undead Labs, I guess, doesn't know how to count past 10. I don't know. Don't give a shit. But once that happens, that goes away. And then your risk is basically always 0. Another thing I found out, which I've been able to replicate constantly, is how do you go from 9 to 12 easily? I've shown a couple videos on how to do it. I found an easy way to do it. You see this mission here called the Booze Hounds, an offer to join? Normally, you help, they're called the Booze Hounds. It's whatever they name them to help them make a distillery, and then you help them get different things. You only do the first mission. This is very important. Can Network and Red Talon shut the hell up when I'm trying to... So, whatever they call them, the Booze Hounds, it's whatever the enclave is that asks you to help them build a distillery and all that nonsense with alcohol. And you'll notice, after you help them, usually the first mission is, one of them is lost, and you gotta bring them back to the enclave. You bring them back to the enclave, and they say, oh, great. And then you want to answer, whatever the answer is that says... call me when you get the alcohol ready. You pick that one. I think it's usually the first answer. Now, the next mission will be like, hey, we're ready to start the building of the distillery. What you do is you go to your member. One of your members is going to have a problem with that in the community. So you're going to go to them, you're going to talk to them, and it's going to say, one of the options is going to be like, hey, alcohol would be good, and the other one is going to be like, oh, you're right, and it cancels the mission and cancels that enclave mission. That's the option you pick all the time. And as soon as you do that, you would think the enclave would go to hostile or neutral. It doesn't. It just goes to friendly. It stays at this. And then the very next mission, this happens every time, you get an offer to join. So now look, they have 3 people. I'm going to do it right now just to show you. I'm at 9, which is the max, and I'm going to let them all join for 2 reasons. Number 1, to get above this 9 survivor limit, and number 2, to get rid of that zombie threat. Because I'm tired of every 2 seconds running home to my base. The more survivors you get in your base, the worse it gets. It's like... I don't like it. I don't mind attacks, but when it's every 5 seconds I'm leaving the base, it's a freaking problem. Here I'm gonna go here.
Hey, buddy. I almost missed you.
And find the one that wants me to... These are the 2 groups I see that consistently are enclaves. It's either the booze ones or the military ones, but it's always...
Hey, you.
Always these 2, because those are the ones that mostly have stories. Where this is another thing I hate about this game. I can't ever go to somebody's house or something without a damn zombie interrupting the shit. This guy, where is he? On the fucking roof? I mean, I'm trying not to curse here, but this is getting, like, so annoying with the glitches in this game. Is that them? I think it's still the one person. It did. Yeah, this is one of those glitches. Why is this zombie searchable? No, it's that thing down there. But this is another one of the glitches. We got one person here. The other says it's outside. Thank you, 3.0 patch. I'm so glad these people test their patches. It's so excellent. So, what you have to do when this shit happens and the invisible, enclaves and followers, it's worse in 3.0 than ever. You gotta drive a little bit away, then go back and just hope the spawn system spawns them properly this time. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, right? It's beyond ridiculous at this point. It's beyond ridiculous. And now, guess what? Oh, look at this, magic. I'm a magician, see this? Now they're back. So now, I like this one's name, Whiskey, so that's cool. So, and this guy, Brigade. So see, I have 9, it says recruit the whole enclave. I'm gonna do that. Got all 3 of them. So now, watch this. Now I'm gonna just scroll back to the base. Look, oh look at this, no risk. Look, command center is gone. So boom. Now no zombies will ever attack my base. So that's how you get it. And I've tested 10 survivors. It has to be 11 or 12. Anything under that, you definitely don't want 10, because 10 is going to put the command center at the max level and really screw you. But another thing, as soon as I get rid of these idiots,
It won't work.
I love how they just keep spawning these idiots out of nowhere. It's like, there's no more zombies here, and yet they'll just keep spawning them in. 2 feet away from me. That's how you get your threat level to no risk, basically. Get rid of the command center penalty. And that is a way to get from 9 to 12 consistently.